Dancers, please. The dance is about to begin.
Hey, yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Aaron bringing you Food for Thought Volume 40 here with the semi-social life of a black introvert podcast. Thank you all for tuning in all around the world in places that I never thought my voice would be heard. Shout out to France for coming in real heavy this past week. Also, the Netherlands showing up. Y'all, I love this. I love how you all are investing in my life, and hopefully I am investing in your life, and together we are a community of leaders. Every time I think about that, I think about this podcast, a community of leaders. Some of us will never meet. Most of us will never meet, but we have a kinship. We have a relationship. We have something in common, and that we are looking to lead, whether it be within ourselves, within our families, within our community. And so keep doing what you're doing. I hope that y'all have had a beautiful Mother's Day weekend here in the United States. It is Mother's Day, and it should always be a day to celebrate women and mothers. Every day should be a day to celebrate women and mothers. And so I always look forward to Mother's Day because I come from a long line of strong women that have mothered me. One of my first episodes was called something like My Four Mothers. And it talks about how these four women, my mother and three other mothers that I had growing up, they nurtured me. They cared for me. They loved me. And it's a beautiful thing when you have a community of fathers and a community of mothers. And so I am blessed for my community, and Mother's Day is very special because I get to look at my mother. I get to look at my wife. I get to look at my aunts. I get to look at my sister-in-law, and I get to look at all the strong women that I have in my life and just be thankful. And so to all the mothers out there, whether you have children or don't, even if you just mother some people, I know some mothers that don't have children that still mother. I know a lot of those. They don't have any kids of their own, but they're someone's mama. And so thank you so much to all of the mothers out there. We salute each and every mother. Y'all, did y'all like that sort of surprise episode that I dropped called Finding Faith? Finding Faith. It was a short episode. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out. I'm dropping these little surprise episodes only to those that subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. They just sort of pop up out of nowhere. I'm not promoting them or anything like that. They're there for you all, for the faithful listeners. And this one was special to me because it's about my son and his struggle. And a lot of kids struggle with COVID-19 and this pandemic. If it affects adults, and you know, if we have adults out in the streets recklessly protesting at the state house and bringing armed guns to the state house to protest recklessly, imagine what it's doing to children who are separated from their friends, separated from their teachers, separated from their normalcy. Imagine the mental health ramifications for children who are very cognizant, very conscious that you can die of coronavirus, that grandma can die, that they can die, that their parents can die. There are kids out there right now who have parents that have died because of coronavirus. And yet we are marching, we are protesting at the state house to open up our local businesses. It's a shame. It's a shame. We overlook our children. So this is a profile of my child. I have two children, but this is a profile of my son in his quest to find his best friend called Faith. And her name is Faith. She is his best friend. I asked him today, I was like, why do you like Faith? He was like, man, because she makes me feel good. She's funny. And she likes it when I do the right thing. I was like, wow, those are good qualities. Those are what you should sort of look for in someone, in a friend, in someone that you like. And so he wants to find his friend Faith, who he misses dearly, who he hasn't seen since school let out due to the coronavirus. And though I don't know Faith, and I don't know if I've ever seen her, I too, every day I wake up, I try to find Faith. And so both of us are finding Faith, and hopefully you are too. This pandemic is tough. This pandemic is stressful. This pandemic has shifted our normalcy. But if we can wake up and have the mentality of my son, I need to find Faith. I need to find Faith. I want to see Faith's face. Ah, man. If we could wake up with that hunger, we would take this world with such a force. With such a force and with such a belief of empowerment. And so I want to encourage you all, go listen to that episode, the things that you can learn, the things that I can learn from a 9-year-old child. Every day is a learning opportunity, even when you have children, even if it's something or someone unexpected. Every day is a learning opportunity. So go check that out and pass it along, like I said, to 5 people that you know need to find Faith. Y'all, I was that last episode, man. That last episode, I was in my feelings. I was in my feelings. I'm not going to front. Not in a bad way, but I was in my feelings in a good way. I was hurt in that last episode. And some people are like, I could hear it in your voice, Aaron. And what you heard in my voice was really the sound and the feeling and the emotions of my heart. I was truly hurt this last episode, Dear America, Call to My White Brothers, Volume 2. And I highlighted the Ahmaud Arbery case now that it's a case, now that they have arrested in charge the 2 individuals that shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery as he was jogging as he was taking his daily jog. 2 white men accused or that he was stealing from a house. So they decided to take the law into their own hands and perform a citizen's arrest and bring their shotguns as they chased him in their car down the street. And of course, Ahmaud Arbery ran. When they got out the car with their shotguns, he fought back, and in fighting back, they shot him, killed him. And that was it. They didn't get arrested. This happened about 2 months ago. They didn't get arrested at the time. Now they are apprehended and charged. And a lot of people are rejoicing. Good job for all those that signed the petitions, for all those that marched, for all those that spoke about this Ahmaud Arbery case. Great job. But this is not victory. This is not victory. This doesn't have the sweet taste of victory, and it probably never will. Because the fact of the matter is that we still live in a nation in which you can literally hunt a black man down, accuse him of stealing, even though video surveillance footage shows that he was not stealing. He was really just around. He was jogging. And yet he can be chased down in a car, literally running for his life, as if it's 1860s, 1870s, 1920s, 1930s, running for his life, trying to be apprehended by 2 citizens who aren't cops, mind you, who aren't law enforcement, but carrying shotguns, shot and killed, and they didn't go to jail. They were out free for 2 whole months until the video footage came out. What if the footage never came out? What? And even though the footage came out, though they may be apprehended, though they may be in jail, how much faith do you have in the criminal justice system here in the United States? I mean, to be honest, we've seen footage of black men being killed across this nation. And yet citizens and police officers and law enforcement seem to walk away from the crimes not guilty. A lot of times, not every time, but enough times to make me worry. And so this isn't victory. This is not the end of the case. This isn't where we all take a collective deep breath. No, there's still work to do. There's still tears to be cried. Last Friday was Ahmaud Arbery's birthday, a birthday he did not see, a birthday he was running toward, but yet he didn't get to see it. I think he would have been 25. He missed his birthday. He had his birthday taken away from him. This past Sunday was Mother's Day. A Mother's Day in which his mother had to deal with the loss of her child. Missing his birthday, missing his smile, missing his presence, missing his life. The arrest of these two individuals, no, this is not victory, because there's no victory has a sweet taste. This is still bitter to the root, because this is really America's root. This root of racism, this root of violence, this root of lack of really humanity and connection to one another. This is America's root, and it's not sweet. It is quite bitter, but we have to press on. Justice is still not served. We have to press on, because we can't allow ourselves, even in time of a pandemic, to forget Ahmaud Arbery's case, to forget his life, to forget the tragedy, to forget the agony, to forget the run, to forget the violence, the racism. We can't forget that. We can't lose sight of that. In this world in which things happen back to back to back, we have to somehow slow down and make sure that we don't get caught up in forgetting these very moments. We don't want there to be another Ahmaud Arbery, same way we didn't want there to be another Trayvon Martin, Flannel Castile. We don't want another one. So let's not forget this. Let's not forget this feeling of hurt and of pain. And really, when I look back at that episode, Dear America, A Letter to My White Brothers, Volume 2, I meant every word I said. Sometimes it can come off as harsh. No, I was being really honest. And I meant what I said in terms of, I have white brothers all across this nation. White men who I consider brothers, that I grew up with. My best friend for years, he's a white male, and that's my brother. That is my brother wholeheartedly. My message is this: the episode wasn't to indict. It was to inspire. It wasn't a call to divide. It was a call to heal. It was a call of accountability. That white America, and particularly white men, have historically overlooked the plight of people of color in this nation, have historically made a choice to overlook, to walk upon, to break the backs of people of color in this nation. Thank God for having cameras, because in the 70s and the 60s and the 50s and even before that, even in the 90s and early 2000s, when black folks, when brown folks, when people of color were saying, yo, the police are really brutal, man. When we make claims of being harassed, when we make claims of racial discrimination, white America was like, nope, that didn't happen. No, there's no way. That's law enforcement. They wouldn't do that. And now you see it. Now you get to see it. All those years of denying that it was actually occurring. Now you know it occurs, and now you can see it. Now what are you going to do about it? Will you continue to deny? Will you continue to overlook? It's uncomfortable. I hear that a lot. Well, Aaron, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to focus in on this. I don't want to watch the video. No, you need to watch the video. Because some of us have to live the video. And watching the video, maybe that will be the very thing that pulls at your heart to see that one of your brothers, even if it is a black man, even if it is a person of color, that's your brother. That's your sister. Even if you're white, that's your brother. That's your sister. That your brother, in this case, Ahmaud Arbery, was unlawfully shot and killed, was murdered. It's pretty much a modern day lynching. Maybe you need to see the video. I tell people all the time that when it comes to movies like Fruitvale Station, when it comes to movies, documentaries like the one When They See Us, people call those movies. You know, Aaron, have you seen Fruitvale Station? I normally see them like 3 years later. Because to me, it's not a movie. To me, it's a reality. This isn't like grab your popcorn and let's go to see a good movie. No, this is someone's life. This could be my life. This could be my son's life. This isn't a movie. This isn't 2 thumbs up. This is one shotgun pointed at you. This isn't 2 thumbs up. This is, for me, this is put your hands up or I'll shoot and kill you. White America needs to step up and be a part of this discussion. White America needs to see this agony, needs to hear this agony. Because yes, my brothers and sisters are dying, but you know what? White America, you are my brothers and sisters too. And I wouldn't wish death. I wouldn't wish death upon you. When you die, I cry. I wouldn't want to see a young white kid running for his life being chased down by 2 individuals with shotguns trying to perform a citizen's arrest, if you can even call it that. I wouldn't want to see that. My heart will hurt for that too. And I wouldn't turn a blind eye. So yes, I was in my feelings. I was in my emotions. And I meant every word I said. I placed a call out to white America, call to my white brothers. And here's what I like about this. When you place a call out, you expect someone to pick up. I purposely titled the episode A Call to My White Brothers. And guess what happened? One of my white brothers stepped up and picked up the phone call. I'm excited this Thursday to have one of my white brothers on as a guest to speak about the reaction of white America and what should white America do when they see something like the death of Ahmaud Arbery. What should white America do? What should they think? How should they react? I'm excited to interview him and gain some perspective. He's an incredible individual. He's an educator, a father. He's a trailblazer. And so I am excited to have my brother Jordy Sparks on the show this Thursday. I know y'all will love it. I know y'all are going to love it. I know his perspective is going to be enlightening because his spirit, his heart, y'all, I'm excited for it. And so we got to keep fighting. All in all, we got to keep fighting. We got to keep this on the forefront of our mind. Humanity is important. Our connections are important. I was shocked at the response of white America to my podcast. I was shocked because you know what? Last year, when I dropped Dear America, A Letter to My White Brothers, Volume 1, I received death threats. I did. It happens. But this time around, I received encouragement. I received the heart of some people. People who are genuinely concerned. People who care. People who see that what affects Ahmaud Arbery, the taking of his life, it doesn't just hit home in the black community, shit hit home to every household. And so I salute you all, whether you are white, black, whatever. I salute you all, and my heart is with you all. Everyone that hit me up, thank you, because your perspective lets me know to this world that we're okay. Things aren't perfect, and they never will be, but there's some leaders out there that are chasing purpose. And that to me is all we can do. And so y'all be on the lookout for this Thursday's episode featuring Jordy Sparks. Also be on the lookout for my new venture, Power Leadership Movement. I am starting to put out, I am beginning to put out short podcast episodes, just motivational episodes, about 7 to 10 minutes long, with my business partner and brother, Kevin Jenkins. We are starting Power Leadership Movement. And so I'm excited. We are growing this motivational speaking business. We will be going to schools, speaking to students. We have we're doing a partnership with a theater group near where I live. And so we're excited about that. So if you're ever looking for anyone to speak to your students, speak to your job, to your corporation, to motivate, to inspire, I don't care if you're here in the United States, if you are in Florida, if you're in France, if you're in the UK, if you're in Singapore, if you're in Kenya, South Africa, Ontario, let me know. Because I promise you, I'm good at what I do. I believe in people. I believe in inspiration. I also believe in the investment in doing the work. And so we're here to bring and to continue to bring resources to leaders on an everyday basis. And so I'm excited for growth, and I want to encourage you all to grow this week. Let's create a week of growth. Pick out one area in this week in your life that you want to grow. Maybe you want to grow deeper spiritually. Maybe you want to grow within yourself and just grow some peace within your life. May this be the week that you, and speaking of some of the past podcast episodes of Knowing Thy Roots, maybe this is the week in which you water your own life, in which you invest back into yourself. So let's grow, because wherever we go, we're going to grow. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And as always, be well.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The journey is over.
It's that feeling. It's that feeling you miss. It's that love. It's that passion. Don't they don't get shit like this no more. What happened to the love? Yeah. What happened to the reflection. Hey yo. Welcome to my longitude and latitude. My attitude is shape of my surroundings. Skyscrapers, public housing. The sheep is running from the sun. The wolves is howling at the moon. It's tragic how you in the street, cause you ain't got no avenues. When it come to rapper, who the baddest dude? Still don't get it. It's a recession, what recession, dog? We been stressing shit, been a mess, and we been dealing with this depression since way back. But you ain't gotta say that, that's the greatest lesson. Slave to our possession, greed the devil's favorite weapon. Fight to the death, only the greatest left. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
I've been hustling really, really hard.
Yes,
Get up on my ass, start making some moves.
come on.
Two and two together, start paying my dues. I gotta get up for it, stand up in this world.
Hey yo,
A skill soul, truth be told, I'd probably be lyrically Talib Kweli, lyrically Talib Kweli, Talib Kweli.
I get respected by the best MCs. The recipe for my success is 1 part pain and suffering, 2 parts brains and hustling. Sprinkle it over high-tech production, we bubbling like
Adieu, adieu. Parting is such sweet sorrow.